You might have some strong advice for them, such as bringing in an advisory firm or perhaps appointing an independent director to the board. This is where Aron comes in. Aron, tell us when are you brought into a situation by a lender or equity or the board? How does it happen and when does it happen?
So very nice to be here today. Look, I think all these circumstances obviously have unique characteristics, and when someone hits the alarm bell and with how much advanced warning there is, certainly varies from circumstance to circumstance. But generally speaking, people start to think about it at the point that either the liquidity is drying up in the business or the results of the business are actually deteriorating. And that is sufficient in the case of levered businesses to trigger the prospect of a covenant default. And so then the question is, well, why does someone bring in an independent director? And I think the answer is manyfold. One, often boards are constructed with an eye towards who will lend relationships that are useful to the growth of the business. At the point in time when a business starts to become distressed, the need on the board is for someone who can assist with disciplined financial management, understands the process for mitigating the risks to the company, and how to ultimately maximize the value of a business that is otherwise on the wrong trajectory. And so lenders will often designate a director once there is a default. Sometimes it is the founders who will bring in a director to help them try to hold on to their business. And then often as well, you'll see institutional investors who were sitting on boards decide that they want to step away. And one of the big advantages, of course, of being an independent director is you get the benefit of the doubt under the law. It's something called reasonable business judgment, as opposed to the entire fairness standard that applies to interested directors. And that gives a director more flexibility to make decisions and frankly, under the, in the eyes of the court, a presumption that the decisions being made are right for the business and not being evaluated necessarily just on the outcomes of those decisions.